Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Solomon Thomas in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-opening opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Now here's Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide. Out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. On play action, now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Goodwin. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first. Now a toss play. It's Breda. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Garoppolo. That's complete right around the 8. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Over the middle, he finds Pettis, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They run with Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So the penalty really winds up hurting him there.
Yeah, winds up pushing him back. Sure enough, the field goal comes up short.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. That one is caught by Hunt. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They'll toss it to Hunt, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Harris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find a soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that will pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
To throw, it's Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Being chased out left. And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins, as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. And he puts it through. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Bradley Pinion now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And take it right on the 30. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Escaping the pressure right. And he completes it to Hunt. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, a 22. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks them up.
And avoids the turnover. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Garoppolo on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Garoppolo to try again on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to go for it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. Room here to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
1, Omaha. 13, 13. 11, 11. 12, 12.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Deep ball for Goodwin. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also Not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Runs through the contact. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds. There. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Garoppolo, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Play action. Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. Pierre Garçon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers are back within a score. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. Garoppolo again. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Mostert now to return. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
11.
They go play action here on first down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Reggie Ragland. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Caught here by Conley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Cassius Marsh able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. Did he drop it? He dropped it in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. Flushed out. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Solomon Thomas in there to get him. His 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time. Got points. So mission accomplished. It's darn close.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. His throw incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now here's Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Butker now to kick this one away. Mostert now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run again with Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
13.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive. knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw is Garoppolo. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. On first down, Garoppolo. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On second down, here's Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Niners on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be third and a mile. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a fourth and long.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Oh, now he bowls him over. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Mahomes now to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.